Hello, my people from everywhere. Welcome to It Ain't New, the show that represents the history of ethnic minority groups in the USA and where knowledge becomes power. If you don't know, now you know. I'm Bella.
Estar.
Nyke.
Your very real hosts.
In today's episode, we actually want to say welcome, introduce ourselves, and tell you a little bit about the podcast and what we aim to give to our listeners. We want to let you know what we're all about. It's the very first episode.
We actually have a podcast, y'all. Like, it's so crazy to think about that. I mean, it's even crazy how we met. Two of us met at Korean language school, and the other two met randomly at a Christmas toy drive hosted at the Japanese American National Museum. But we vibed on a lot of topics, right? We wanted to start a podcast because we talk about these topics entirely too much and thought people should know about it.
So, as a quick introduction, hello, I'm Bella, a native SoCal girl. I am also a fan of multi-fandoms and have been a listener of K-pop since 2008 with SHINee's Replay. I am a full-time cat parent to an all-black kitten by the name of Lucifer and a gray tabby kitten named Dorian, and generally a feline fan as well. And if you want to talk about cats, feel free to hit me up on Instagram at TallTailTrips and let's start a healthy discussion. Nyke mentioned this earlier, but we met at a Christmas toy drive event back in December of 2022. And we got along so well that we wanted to start a podcast together addressing the topics that we were both so passionate about. And that is the lack of knowledge of how minority communities have historically coexisted together in the United States. And as all three of us have begun working on this podcast, I've become even more excited about some of the upcoming topics that we have lined up, especially since not all of the topics are so heavy-hitting, and some allow for us to explore and share our mutual love for K-pop, and other topics allow for us to share what we are learning on our own when it comes to the many different cultural communities that exist.
Hi, I'm Estar, originally from New York City, going on 8 years living on the West Coast, Best Coast. I'm an OG multi. I've been listening to K-pop since the 80s on cassette tapes and watching Inkigayo on VHS. I never thought Korean popular culture would take off globally like it has, and I'm happy about it, but not uncritically. By day, I'm a nonprofit paralegal and public transit enthusiast. And my fun fact is that I used to do concert reviews, and so I have a YouTube interview with Kim Jong-kook and Haha, who are on Running Man, which is my most favorite Korean variety show. I also have a picture with the two of them with me cosplaying as Bororo. I've always been a multi. I don't believe in fan wars. Listening to and loving Korean pop culture is a form of nonviolent protest. Kim Namjoon for president.
Hello, my peeps. Nyke here, native SoCal girl too, native Angelino. I can also say that I am multi-fandom and proud of it. I love entirely too many artists, but my absolute favorite is Rain. No one comes above him to me in K-pop. I'm a nerd and an academic, just so you all know. I am a cultural anthropologist whose research is in identity formation, Afro-Asian history, and popular music. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to start this podcast. In my research, I found that there's so much crossover in history between the Black and Asian diasporas that it was in every conversation I had. I felt it needed to be talked about. Then I met Estar and Bella, so why not start a podcast? Fun fact, I watched my first K-drama when I was 6 years old without English subtitles. I don't even remember the title because I was 6, but I'm pretty sure Chanpyo was the lead, which is so funny to me because I still love him going on 20-something years later. I also talk a lot about this stuff on my website and Instagram, Maibagwan, which loosely translates to my 2 cents. So you know what goes on there. So now you know who the hosts are. We chose the name It Ain't New because almost every issue we have today has some sort of precedence in the past. That's where we're saying our goal is to represent history and how it got us to where we are now.
Because a huge cross-section between the three of us is our love for K-pop, in our next episode, we discuss the K-drama that hit K-pop land with HYBE and Kakao Entertainment fighting to take over SM Entertainment.
Thank you all for listening to It Ain't New, where if you don't know, now you know. We're Bella,
Estar,
and Nyke.
Make sure to show us some love on Spotify by leaving us a rating or a review, and join our Patreon so we can grow and continue to give you all wonderful content.